have my issues with Jesus. There's a lot of stuff I went through that I prayed and I didn't see Jesus show up. So I had to put my my experience in this world, my experience with my children, my experience with other people, my experience with my account, my experience with my brand, and my experience with the level of music that I was dealing with in my own hands. Kanye. I have my issues with Jesus. There's a lot of stuff I went through that I prayed and I didn't see Jesus show up. So I had to put my experience in this world, my experience with my children, my experience with other people, my experience with my account, my experience with my brand, and my experience with the level of music that I was dealing with in my own hands.
That's some real pride and arrogancy right there. I'm going to start by giving all the praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Kodash. The abundance to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the 04 elect tabernacle of David scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. And you just heard that statement from Kanye West, or Ye, or whatever he goes by nowadays, where he pretty much reveals that when he sent up prayers, during the times of, I guess, troubles he started to go through, he said that the Lord didn't show up. And of course, he, for number one, he doesn't know the true name of the Messiah. We know that Jesus is not the Lord's name. It doesn't translate to anything. It really has no power. But when you ask for anything, you have to ask for it without wavering. You have to ask in faith, believing that you will receive the thing that you asked for. That's basic principle 101 when you come into the knowledge of the gospel. Let's go here real quick. This is Matthew 7 and it is Matthew 7 and 7. It says, ask and it shall be given you, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be given. It's like it shall be open unto you. But that's if you're praying for righteous things. I don't know what Ye is praying for or praying about. We know the dude is part of a satanic industry. He has to serve a different interests outside of the Most High and his only begotten Son. But we know that Ye is, he's he has a persona. Okay, he has a image that he portrays, a character. We saw when he tried to go against the grain a couple of years back. He tried to protest and reveal certain things about a certain people group that is now become unlawful to speak against or criticize. We all saw what happened. And since then, from that moment on, what has he been up to? What has he done? He got his endorsements back. He's, back making music. Really, the man never changed. Because a man sold his soul a long time ago. He has handlers. So, when you come to serve the Lord, he's the only Lord you serve. All right, you cannot, with him, you cannot serve two masters. Either you will love the one and hate the other. Okay, so that's Kanye's problem. Any of these jakes that are connected to the entertainment world that are famous, it's a hedge between them and a relationship with the Heavenly Father. Because, when you're rich and famous like that, your mind really ain't on the Lord. That's why the Lord said it's more possible that a camel go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom. All right. So, of course, Kanye being conflicted, and was battling with spirits. He tried to call upon Jesus, which we know that that's not the Lord's name. He came up short. The Lord don't hear every prayer, especially those who are constantly in willful sin. All right. But this is what the Lord said. All right, this is for us, because when we send up prayers, we're supposed to believe that we will receive the things that we ask for. All right, constantly. It says, for everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be open. What man is there of you whom if his son asks bread, will he give him a stone? Or if he ask a fish, will he give him a serpent? If you then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good things to them that ask him? All right. So, yeah, that's simple. All right. When you ask for anything of the Lord, you have to believe it. And a lot of these dudes that claim to know the Most High, they really reject him. All right, they don't really know the Lord like that. Kanye, he's a huge hypocrite because he knows all about the truth. All right, he even got interviewed by Captain Tazaryak, so he definitely knows the truth. James 1 and I'll start at verse 5. And really, this is general. You can ask for all type of spiritual things. You ask for the Lord to guide you, ask for guidance, ask for basically anything, whatever struggles you're dealing with. You want certain things increased, as far as your spirit, the different gifts, and not just wisdom. James 1 and 5, it says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And Kanye, he pushed that he tried to push that energy like he's really devout, but it's like he hops on that wave and then he abandons and go right back to being a demon. And then, of course, when he's, on that Jesus tip, is really of the world, or else he would come all the way into the acknowledgement of the truth. The closest thing to the truth he ever said was that, we're the real JEWs. He mentioned the 12 tribe of Judah, which, that's not really accurate. We know that Judah is one tribe out of the 12. Okay. He knows certain things, but he's still ignorant. But like the scriptures say, my people have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. But you can't be a partaker of the Lord's table and a table of devils. And that's what Kanye don't seem to understand or realize. This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 20. It says, but I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High. And I would not that you should have fellowship with devils. And you in that industry, that's exactly what you do. You have to have fellowship with them. All right. You under contract. You got to, conduct business. And they have certain things that they require you to do. So as long as you over there and you holding on to that fame and fortune, you got to have fellowship with the devil. You got to, give him your soul. All right. And yeah, he admitted that a long time ago. All right. He said he did it for a crappy deal, but it came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. That's what he said on that stage. Verse 21, it says, you cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. So that's why the Lord ain't hearing it. Okay, he ain't listening. Now, you already done chose who your master is. So let's go from there. And let's get this. This is John 9:31. Let me start at I think this was after the Lord healed that blind man, and they saw the miracle take place because the man had his eyesight restored, and he went and told the people who who healed him, and they were amazed by it, and they was like, the Lord would not he don't he doesn't hear sinners, right? Let me hold up. I don't know on this version if I can make it a red letter. All right, let me just read it. I'm gonna just get straight to the point. This is John 9 and 28. It says, then they reviled him and said, thou art his disciple, but we are Moses' disciples. We know that the Most High spake unto Moses, as far this fellow, we know not from whence he is. It was like they was pretty much in denial, and they were following the writings of Moses. They didn't know that he was the fulfillment of the writings of Moses. All right, that he came in at value. The man answered and said unto them, why herein is a marvelous thing, that you know not from whence he is, and yet he have opened mine eyes. Now we know that the Most High heareth not sinners. The blind man that got healed, this is what he's saying, right? But if any man be a worshiper of the Most High and doeth his will, him he heareth. Okay, and he was right. All right, you do the things that the Lord asked, and if you ask of the Lord, he's going to give. Okay. Kanye, he's not doing the will of the Most High. He's doing his own will, which he basically just said, I had to put everything into my own hands. So basically he's boasting about, well, since the Lord didn't hear me, I just took it matters into my own hands. I did it on my own, which was real proud and arrogant. So you see why the Lord ain't dealing with a dude like Kanye. All right, he want to appear like he's this deep dude in the industry that's not afraid of the powers that be. But we know that this dude has handlers. And it wasn't a matter of time before he went back and tucked his tail and went back to doing what he was doing. Well, he's a whole clown and he's a hypocrite. And the Lord is not listening to him. Okay, so let's go from there to let's go to Job. Job 27. Yeah, Job 27 and 8. And it says, for what is the hope of the hypocrite, though he have gained, when the Most High taketh away his soul? Will the Most High hear his cry when trouble cometh upon him? And yeah, if you don't have that connection with the Most High, you operating like, you're your own God and there is no God, because when you try to ask him something and he don't answer you, you feel as though, well, I guess I'm God then. And that was pretty much his attitude. The scriptures even say there, for they have was that in second Ezra, the 9th chapter, they have received benefits and have not known me. You do all these things and you think that it's yourself, but the Most High, he gives both to the righteous and to the wicked. The Lord is in total control. He's in operation. We're the clay made in the Lord's hands, and he animated us. And they don't give no credit to the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. So, of course, the Lord didn't hear his prayer. So, some more precepts. Let me go to Job 35. Let me get these precepts. Job 35:12, it says, "There they cry, but none giveth answer because of the pride of evil men." And Kanye got a lot of pride. Him being as famous as he is and being worth, what he's worth, which of course he had to sell his soul. It had nothing to do with talent, his ability to be able to make good music. He had to sell his soul, of course. And the man has a lot of pride. He even had his own version of the Bible, the book of Jesus and all that. Like, dude. All right. Surely the Most High will not hear vanity, neither will the Almighty regard it. So if you wondering why he didn't get answered, the scriptures answers you. Psalm 66:18, "If I regard iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear me." That's, that's plain. Let me go back to John 9:31. Okay, yep. Psalm 66:18, it says, "If I regard iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear me. But verily the Most High have heard me. He have attended to the voice of my prayer. Blessed be the Most High, which have not turned away my prayer, nor his mercy from me." And this is a prayer from a righteous man, all right, King David, all right. Proverbs 1:28, "Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord." Kanye don't fear the Lord. Or he would have denounced the industry a while ago, and he would have never looked back. Proverbs 15:29, it says, "The Lord is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous." Proverbs 28:9, "He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination." A lot of our people don't like to be corrected. They don't like reproof. And we use the law for instruction, for reproof, correction. And Jake, it becomes grievous to him. So they turn away their ear from hearing the law. So let them call upon the Lord and ask for something and see if that gets answered. This is Micah 3:4. It says, "Then shall they cry unto the Lord, but he will not hear them." And in the time of Jacob's trouble, it's definitely going to be like that. The Lord is going to be busy just judging Jake. They had all the time to actually humble down and return to him and repent. But Jake was too proud and arrogant, too into their flesh. So when that time comes, they're going to wait till the last minute to try to cry out to the Lord, and he ain't going to hear them. All right. It says, "He will even hide his face from them at that time, as they have behaved themselves ill in their doings." All their wicked works, man, are abominations, man. All right. Praying to other gods, worshiping mammon, doing any evil for the money, for the bag, for attention. Just all type of wickedness that Jake is out there doing. So the Lord ain't going to have, he's not going to show compassion on them. He's showing compassion now by extending his hand out to them through the mouth of his servants, the prophets. And, all Jake is doing is just following after their own heart, their own spirit, being a bunch of reprobates. So, the Lord ain't going to hear Jake in this day and time. All right. So, let me see. First John 3:21 says, "Beloved, if our heart condemn us not, then we have confidence toward the Most High, and whatsoever we ask, we receive of Him, because we keep His commandments and do those things that are pleasing in His sight." That's when the Lord honor your request, your prayers, because you're doing the right thing. Like Cornelius, even though he was part of the Roman military, but he was a firm believer, and he displayed his faith. He was constantly supporting the church, giving alms to the lowly, all right? And he was also constantly sending up prayers, so his heart was pure. And the Lord received him, and he even, sent the angel to confirm that his prayers have been heard, and in the alms that he gave. Kanye he was trying to give to the Christian church, and we know that the Lord ain't dealing with them churches, man. He ain't dealing with these Christians. What about your people that are, really suffering? You had them Sunday services and had celebrities attending. They were serving a whole nother God, man. Definitely not the Lord. You know about the truth. You didn't support none of the camps. You didn't give them alms. So, yeah, man. So that's why the Lord didn't answer this dude, because he's a reprobate. And you cannot be a partaker of the Lord's table and the table of devils. It don't work that way. He serves or tries to serve two masters. You can't straddle the fence. There's no lukewarmness when it comes to serving the Lord, man. And he might have thought he was doing that on the music tip, but no, you serve Satan. That's what he chose. So of course the Lord didn't hear none of his prayers. And I'm pretty sure he's heard the name Yahushai, because we make it very clear. Okay. So that's pretty much my response to this. All right. And Lord willing, Yahweh edified. I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. To the next one, Shalom.